Okay, so I'm Eben English. I'm Repository Services Manager at the Boston Public Library. I'm going to give you a little demo of our Blacklight site, which is called Digital Commonwealth. So this isn't a library catalog. It's not like an OPAC. This is more of like a digital collections interface. So just to give you some background, if you're not familiar with we're a DPLA service hub, so we um, aggregate a lot of content from different libraries and repositories around the state of Massachusetts, mostly from like academic libraries. But we also provide digitization services for libraries that don't have the infrastructure to support their own like digitization efforts. So all of that content, both sort of harvested and hosted in our repository from hundreds of different libraries, historical societies, archives, museums, et cetera. We make it all accessible via digitalcommonwealth.org. And then in turn, we get harvested by DPLA. So we've got over 1 million different records here. We've got over 600 or 700,000 digital objects that are hosted in the repository, and it's really spanned the gamut. I want to give you a quick overview of some features that might be of interest if, some Blacklight customizations that we've done. So probably the first thing to note is we have built this little formats page, which is really just taking one of the facet views from like the facet more modal pop-up, and we just sort of built a custom path called formats that allows us to show the output of that. And so you can kind of browse it a little more easily. So you can kind of get an idea of the different types of content that we have in the repository here. The other thing that we've done is that everything is we have a sort of pseudo hierarchy of institutions. So we have about, like I said, hundreds of different institutions here. And then each institution has their own page. We can look at what's a good one? Let's look at the American Antiquarian Society. And then each institution has their own digital collections. We'll look at the maps collection here. So we have, institution, collection, and object in our hierarchy, and then sort of like file is below that. But we can, search in any of these contexts, collection or institution, we can search within that, just in that. We'll just search for Massachusetts here. And oops, let's fix that. Our results will be limited to the collection and the institution that we're searching within. So, um, going back a little bit, I just sort of gave you a little preview. I'm going to do a search. I was just looking, today is the anniversary of the day that smallpox was declared eradicated. So let's search for smallpox. We'll see what we've got in our archive for that. We can change views here. So we've got different content. We've got photographs, we've got audio materials, we've got some video here. Some of this stuff is harvested, some of this stuff is hosted. We've also integrated a gem called Blacklight Maps into our app, and this allows us to provide map views for search results and item views. So in this case, we're able to see geographic locations that are associated with the records in the results set. So we can zoom in on this, and let's pick Boston. We're going to view items from this location. So in this case, we've got some letters that probably mention smallpox. We can look at one of these. So one of the other features that we've built is this search inside feature that uses kind of like the Bootstrap modal. We've extended a little bit so we can do a search for smallpox. Ooh, it didn't find anything. That's sad. Let's try the next one. Inside. So this is one of the little caveats here. Wow. Is that the Solr searching and stemming is sometimes not exactly the same in the records and the full text that we're searching. But we can just search for something else. we'll just search for Boston. Maybe we can find something there. Um, so this shows us a list of search results, and it gives us some highlighting of where our text appears or where our search term appears in the text. And then we've also integrated the universal viewer, and I should have the live demo is killing me here. Let's try and just load this object. Here we go. So let's search for Boston, and we should get some highlighting here. Yeah, so we've done some transcription on these manuscripts oh, there we go. There's our search term here that allows us to do some searching and some highlighting on the images. And that's all stored in like a JSON file that matches the text to the coordinates on the image in our repository backend. Um, but this search feature here in the Universal Viewer uses uh, another gem that's called Blacklight IIIF search. So you're probably familiar with IIIF. Mostly we use it for images and for image searching, but it also has a text search feature as well. So if we go back to our item here and we look at the manifest, and let's just pretty print that. So we can see that this manifest shows a service here. I know this is probably pretty hard to see. Let's blow that up. A service that's called the IIIF conforms to this IIIF search API, and we can basically, it's just like a JSON API that returns structured data about reprint that. It returns an annotation list if you're familiar with IIIF that includes some snippet as well. So there's kind of like two different search features that we're using. One is for this search inside feature, and the other one is for the universal viewer itself. Back to item details, and then again, we have like a little, this is again a Blacklight Maps feature that shows a little maplet here on the item detail page, and we can also use that to find more items from the same location. And obviously, we've got a lot of stuff from Boston here. I think in terms of exciting customizations, that is kind of one, I guess one other thing that we've done is we have a lot of full text materials. And if you are also a repository that has a lot of items that just have metadata records and also have tons of full text, you will eventually find that the full text search results just start to overwhelm basic keyword searching. So what we've done is to remove full text results by default from keyword searches that are usually done in like the header search or on the home page. But we do have the advanced search or the basic search where you can choose to include full text. And the same thing here on what we call our basic search, we can choose to include full text results. And then if we do a search for smallpox, we're going to get a lot more results this time. Yeah, now we're getting thousands and thousands of results, and we can look at like newspapers if we're interested. Um, and I think that the eradication was in 1979. I don't know if we have anything from that year. We can try that. Put that here, and let's sort by date. Yeah, we might not find anything about the smallpox eradication in the newspaper content, but anyway, you get the idea. Um, I think that is kind of I mean, maybe one of the other features is we allow users to create their own, in addition to bookmarks, if you create an account, you can create folders, and like, create your own collections of items, and share those. And I think that that's kind of it for exciting customizations. So all of our code is available on GitHub. Most of it is in this gem that we call Commonwealth VLR engine, because we have several repository apps that are using the same Solr backend. So it's helpful to package a lot of those customization features into this gem and then use that for the apps. But yeah, that is about it. And I'll share some links in the chat as well.
Thanks, Evan. I'm always excited as a user when you can do features like search inside or have highlight shows your search terms in the document. So those are like good customizations.